Yeah, trials come, but we don't fold. Faith strong, spirit locked in. Endure to the end, that's the mission. Look. Yeah, keep on moving. Trials come, but we don't fold. Yeah, keep on moving. Yeah. Came up from the trenches, had to learn the truth. Now my soul rich. I ain't talking about no loot. They hate the light, so they throwing shade too. But I'm walking with the book, you can tell by the fruit. I done seen the wicked rise, but they fall quick. Built my house on the rock, I don't slip. Keep commandments, that's the code that I live. Ain't no U-turns. I ain't going where I've been. They say endurance hard, but the kingdom worth the pain. I seen brothers break, so they birthright for some change. Esau plotting, but Yeshaya broke the chains. I ain't worried about no pressure, I got oil in my flame.
Keep on moving, don't stop. Gotta keep on moving. Trials come and go,
but the righteous still rising like the water when it flow.
Yeah. They wanna see me fall, but the spirit keep me strong. I endure to the end.
Yeah, I'm right where I belong. Never moving shaky, I was built to go the distance. Faith like a lion, all praise to the witness. Fasting on these demons, they can't touch me with the mischief. They see the chosen rising, now they trying to play the victim, no compromise. I ain't bowing to the beast, I'd rather face the fire than be serving at their feast. Bloodline royal, we the priests in the east. 144 strong, we gon' war for the peace. Bible in my hand, it's the sword that I wield. If I take a loss, that's just more for the build. Spirit too heavy, so they feel it when it's real. Prophecy unfolding, every word getting sealed. Pressure make diamonds, so I shine when it's dark. They threw stones at the prophets, but we still left a mark. I see the snakes in the grass, I just move like a spark. Set fire to the lies, let the truth leave a scar. Look, Babylon crumbling, the trumpets getting blown. Signs in the heavens, we ain't got too long. Keep my hands clean, heart pure, spirit strong. Keep my feet on this path, I ain't stepping out my zone. Ain't no fear in my soul, I done read how it ends. Serpent get crushed, righteous reign once again. Crown laid up, so I'm pushing through the wind. This for all the lost tribes, yeah, we back home again.
Gotta keep on moving, trials come and go,
but the righteous still rising like the water when it flow.
Yeah. They wanna see me fall, but the spirit keep me strong. I endure to the end.
I'm right where I belong. Yeah. No matter what come our way, we keep going. Endure. Stay strong and shy.
Keep on moving, don't stop.
Ain't no quitting us.
Keep on. Keep on moving.
Yeah, be the ones you love, the ones you built with. Turn around, cut you deeper than the enemy ever could. But I see you though, we see you. We see you though. I was walking in the light. We see you. I was walking in the light, they were scheming in the dark. Smiling to my face, but betrayal in their heart. Brothers turn snakes for a couple dirty coins. They deliver you up just to join the wicked's joint. Told them all the truth, now they plot to set me up. Couldn't take the shine, so they pour another cup. Drinking envy, feasting on deceit. Same ones you call family leave you dead in the street. But it's written, if they hated him, what you think they gon' do? If you moving in the light, know they looking for you. Ain't no love in their hearts, only darkness within. What was meant to be a brother turned a traitor again. I see the Judas in your eyes. Oh yeah. Say you love me, but you lie. Smile in my face, dagger in the back. Another betrayer. It's a matter of fact. Can't fool me with the vibe. Nah. Spirit recognize the sign. Every time what's done in the dark gon' rise. Another betrayer. You've been compromised. Used to sit at my table, break bread with me. Now you whisper to the wicked, trying to dead a G. But the Most High watch it all, he don't slumber or sleep. And every secret thing gon' surface from deep. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself, little coward. When the judgment rain down, better hit like a shower. And to be your own kind. Ones you lift when they down, ones you cover when they slip. Now they wanna see you drown. They love the night cause they wicked inside. They despise the light cause it kill they disguise. They gon' hang you to the rulers, fake smiles, tight hugs. Jealous of your favor, got them drowning in their grudge. I see the truth is in your eyes. Yeah. Say you love me, but you lie. Smile in my face, dagger in the back. Another betrayer. It's a matter of fact. Can't fool me with the vibe. No way, no way. Spirit recognize the sign. Clear as day. It's done in the dark, gon' rise. Another betrayer, you've been compromised. Even my close friend, when I trusted with my soul, lifted up his heel, played a traitorous role for a bag and a favor, traded brother for bread. Think a heal, escaping but destruction ahead. The righteous get hated, cast out, persecuted, while the wicked stay praised. But their fate been computed, many gon' fall away, betray one another, gon' deliver up. A sister gon' set up a brother, it's a war, and the spirit gotta peek them signs. All them secret backdoor meetings, them compromised minds. But vengeance ain't mine, I let the Father repay. You just watch how the snakes get exposed one day. Yeah. Another betrayer in the mix. No matter what you wear, how you talk, how you act, the spirit gon' expose you. It's only a matter of time. We see you betray.
Yeah. I see the wolves lurking, trying to train us to this life. We stay ready. Oil in our lamps. Sword stay sharp. Let's go. They whisper lies, I see the envy and they smirk. Try to kill the chosen, but we risen from the dirt. Still Judah, still standing, still swinging like David. Bible like a drum, let it bang on these pagans. Whole team anointed, better watch how you step. We've been down for too long, now the crown's on our cap. Told my people keep their oil, don't be caught in the drought. Too many moving like them virgins that ain't figured it out. The Most High, my fortress, yeah, my spirit on swole. These scripts hit harder than a brick through your skull. No pork in my belly, just the law in my veins. I move different cause I'm chosen, I ain't built for the change. Keep that oil in your lamp, stay wise, stay lit. Ay, yeah, they want me lost, but I stand where I'm at. Keep that oil in my lamp, keep that sword on my back. No deceit in my speech, all facts when I rap. Yeah, this kingdom on the rise, ain't no turning it back. Ay, yeah, this kingdom on the rise, ain't no turning it back. Ay, ay, I see them folding when the fire get to touching they frame. I see them born for them riches, trying to cling to the fame. But I ain't Judas for no silver, I ain't Esau for the stew. I took the scripts and read them proper, now I see what's really true. They wanna see us in them prisons, wanna see us on the block. They wanna see us chasing nothing, wanna see us getting shot. But my Bible like a chopper, every verse got a beam. That's a red dot on they doctrine, watch it rip through they schemes. Look, I used to move like the wicked, I was blind, I was tripping, till I found out who I am, now my mind stay different. We the priests, we the kings, we the ones they despise. But the meek bout to inherit, watch the humble ones. Keep that oil in your lamp, stay wise, stay lit. Yeah, they want me lost, but I stand where I'm at. Keep that oil in my lamp, keep that sword on my back. No deceit in my speech, all facts when I rap. Yeah, this kingdom on the rise, ain't no turning it back. Ay, yeah, this kingdom on the rise, ain't no turning it back. Ay, they sleepwalking, watch them beg for that grace. But the door's about to close, no more time too late. Every knee finna bow, every tongue finna say that the true sons of Jacob finna rule in that day. Told y'all. Ain't no mercy for the wicked. Judgment coming swift. Keep that oil in your lamp, stay ready. Or get left in the dark. Shalom.
He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him.
White horses, white horses, white horses.
I ain't scared of they forces. My king coming back on them white horses. Blood dripping down his garment like a warning. He ain't forget what they did to the orphans. No remorse when he clean up the corpses. Sword from his mouth, just truth when he talking. They gon' tremble when they see that motion. Yeah, shy of riding, I'm just waiting for the moment.
Yeah, they plotted deep in the valley, moved on us like fog. Surrounded our borders, thought they caught us off guard. But we ain't stressing, we knew it was written in law. He gon' summon earthquakes just to shatter they cause. 5 falling mountains breaking, every soldier get paused. When the sky open wide like the curtains in halls. They trembling, stammering, trying to reach for they guys. But ain't no idol saving when the true king calls.
They took the prey, tried to silence the meat. But the mighty one said, I contend with the beast.
And the ones held captive, they gon' eat in peace. Watch their captors choke on the blood in they feast. He gon' save Jacob though the storm increase. Punish the nations but his own get released. No fear in our bones, even in the police. We moving quiet but I hope don't see.
Saw a man on a stallion, dressed in white robes, crowned up heavy, and his eyes like coals. Name written no one knows except his own, with armies behind him, all dressed in bold.
He judged in righteousness, made war for the throne. Blood hit the hem like the press got told. Birds feasting on kings, generals get rolled. Ain't no mercy now, he redeeming the souls. He said, don't fear.
Yeah, I ain't scared of they forces. My king coming back on them white horses. Blood dripping down his garment like a warning. He ain't forget what they did to the orphans. No remorse when they clean up the corpses. Sword from his mouth, just truth when he talking. They gon' tremble when they see that motion. It's shy of riding, I'm just waiting for the moment.
When the white horse is riding, every knee gon' bow. Don't be on the wrong side of the sword.
It's war.
He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you see. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open. Yeah. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you see him. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him.
He said, don't fear. 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 When the sky crack open, you see him. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. He said, he said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him. I ain't scared of they forces. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him. White horses. I ain't scared of they forces. White horses. White horses. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you see him. I ain't scared of they forces. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes and armies behind him. White horses. I ain't scared of they forces. 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 Yeah, he said, I ain't scared of they forces. I ain't scared of they forces. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him. I ain't scared of they forces. He said, don't fear. When the sky crack open, you'll see him. A flame in his eyes, and armies behind him. He said, I ain't scared of they forces. I ain't scared of they forces. I ain't scared of they forces. I ain't scared of they forces.
All right. Hey, man, that camera ain't doing right.
Kids
1
might
second,
have touched
y'all.
it.
One second, everybody. We trying to get our camera to pull up. 1 second. But while that's happening,
We're gonna be yapping.
yeah, Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's been a long time before we've been before y'all with, some of this truthful understanding that we know and bring. It's been a minute. But right now, we here And we done set everything up, and it's crazy that it's always sometimes
And they've been on all this time.
been on all that time, and I want to act funny. It ain't this camera here, but anyway, we're gonna talk through it. There it goes. Yeah, all right. So, bam, let's switch cameras.
There we go.
There we go. Look a little better.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yep, we look a little better. So yeah.
Camera show
All
my
right.
handsomeness. You know what I'm saying?
Don't break the camera. But yeah, it's been a minute since we've been before y'all on the Sabbath, with a Sabbath, presentation. But this is our presentation. It's been a minute. We've been doing some things, trying to figure out other ways and avenues in which we can do this work out here. And yeah, we've been doing that. But hey, we here, and we got something to bring forth today concerning holy days. Well, Easter, so to speak, right? Let's deal with that particular Easter. Let's deal with that. And that's what we want to do. The title is, what is the title? Holy Days or Pagan Ways, the truth concerning Easter. That's our topic. All right. So let's find out whether, this is a holy day or a pagan way. You know what I'm saying? Because we run into a lot of people who are Bible believing people. And a lot of them, they read the scriptures, but when it comes to holy days or holidays and things of that sort, they don't find the significance in why we shouldn't or should deal with them, right? Depending whether it's a holiday or a holy day. So we here to try to clear some of that up. We here to try to clear some of that up. And if we can, give us a second of your time, and we're going to go through the scriptures to show and prove our premise concerning this topic. All right. Just give me 1 second to get some things in order. All right, 1 second, and then I'll be right with you. All right. All right, so let's do this. Let's pull up this slideshow, and we're gonna fade away from y'all. We don't need to be on camera like that, because this is what's important here, this topic. All right. So let's move to the next slide. Yeah, this is our title once again: Holy Days or Pagan Ways, the truth about Easter. And y'all see that right there. I thought that was humorous, that that thumbnail right there, where you got, the white Jesus up on the cross, and then you got the Queen of Heaven in the background with the Easter eggs and the bunnies, and then you got the Black Christ looking like, who are these people? What's going on? So I thought that was funny. But yeah,
like, you died for me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. All right. So this is our mission today. Our mission today is, we're going to break down and show the King Solomon's fall to the goddess Easter. What the Bible actually commands regarding holy days, right? And the historical origins behind Easter. And we'll show to a degree how truth has been replaced by this tradition. All right. To a degree, we'll show that. We won't go into that last topic too much, but the rest of those we will answer. All right. And read it there. It says this lesson is not about attacking people. It's about waking up to truth and returning to what is written. We're going to prove all things, like Paul said, and hold fast that which is good. That's what we're looking to do today. We're looking to prove all things through the word. All right. So this is what our mission is today with this presentation that we bring it forth. And we pray that it drops down on, those who are not dull of hearing. All right. So, moving along, let's see. All right. Now, we want to go here. We're going to knock this out pretty quick because it ain't many scriptures we're going into. It's not difficult to knock this Easter thing down. You know what I'm saying? But before we go in, if you got anything you want to bring forth before we start bringing these scriptures out,
No, sure. I'm here wiggling with you, man.
Okay.
Praise the Most High. Sure, hey, we back in effects with this.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Hey, everybody tuning in, show some love, like, share. As people y'all know they might need some information.
Yeah.
Spread the good news.
Yeah. Pass this message around. This is done in good spirits. Although it's gonna hurt some feelings. All scripture, is gonna hurt somebody. Somebody out there dealing with something, contrary to what the Most High, have set forth for us to, deal with. So it's gonna be some people out there who don't like what's being said, but hey, I don't like everything that gets said.
What's the scripture for? What's that? Peter's when they talk about reproof and correction. I think
Exactly.
that's Peter.
Exactly. That's what it's for. That's what the word is for. The word is for reproof and correction. All right, so let's move forward. Let's get straight to it. Let's go to the jealousy of the Most High. All right, the jealousy of God. We're going to Exodus 20. We're going to the law with this. All right, because we're going to find out what makes God jealous. All right, let's get it, brother. Exodus 20 and 3.
Exodus 20 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters under the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself unto them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Now, real fast, let me ask a question. And see, this is a question that I want people out there to really ponder on, okay? I'm going to ask this question to my brother here. When this law was going forth, who was receiving it? Who was giving it? And who was receiving it?
The Most High was giving it to Moses. Moses gave it to the Israelites, and the Israelites received it.
All right. So when the Most High gave this law to the Israelites, right, through Moses, there was no other nation there, right?
Correct.
It was just the Israelites,
right,
the elders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when the Most High said He's a jealous God, who was he jealous of?
His people.
His people. His people. Let's find out who's. Let's go to Numbers, and I want to go here real fast, and I'm going here to prove something. It's not to hurt no feelings. Like I said, this is just proving what's written. This is scripture. This is what the words say. All right. So let's go to Numbers 6 and 22.
I'm gonna read that last verse of Exodus right quick.
Get it. You got it.
Verse 6 of Exodus 20, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
That's how you love him. You keep his commandments. All right.
Number 6 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Number 6 and 22.
Mm-hmm. Through 27.
And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Most High bless thee and keep thee. The Most High make his face shine upon thee, and be gracious unto thee. The Most High lift up his countenance upon thee, and give thee peace. And they shall put my name
Go ahead.
And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel.
Who should they put God's name on?
The children of Israel.
And
I will bless them.
Now, see, a lot of people think, oh, that's the Old Testament. That's the Old Testament. We can't be just thinking about the Old Testament, But we're going to deal with that, too, a little later in this. But the Most High never changed his people. Matter of fact, before we go there, go to Malachi 3 and 6. For those who may have a problem with what we just read right there. Malachi 3 and 6, real fast.
Malachi chapter 3, verse 6.
So I know somebody got a problem with that, even though it's written.
Man.
Right?
Malachi 3 and 6. For I am the Lord, I change not.
You what?
Change not.
See, the Most High don't change. He never changed his people. He never changed his covenant from the beginning. The only thing that changed within his covenant was the bloodshed. That's it. That's the only thing that changed. And guess what? The bloodshed still had to happen. It was still a bloodshed from the Old Testament to the New. It's just now that one blood That one blood is the only blood that needed to be shed. We don't have to go and keep shedding blood for atonement. All right. So it was only one person that had a one entity that could actually atone for our sins. And that's been done. So from old covenant to the new, there was still bloodshed. So a lot of people will say, oh man, God changed from the old to the new testament. That's a lie. That's not true. He never changed. He never changed. Nothing within his commandments changed. Nothing was in his law changed. These things didn't change. They were there from the beginning. The only thing that had to change was our mind so we can gain understanding concerning. That's the only thing that had to change. All right. So now let's go back to Psalms 147. Now I'm proving this that it was only the Israelites here getting this understanding for a reason. And I know a lot of people understand this, but it's a lot of people who don't understand this and that need to get this understanding in order to move on to the next part of understanding. It's other people that don't have it. So we just got to give it to them. Some people will be like, oh, that's why y'all going into that? Why y'all? Because it's necessary to get to where we going. All right. Psalms 147, 19 and 20.
Psalms 147, 19, 20. He showeth his words unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And that's
hold on. Who he what?
Have not dealt so with any nation.
With no nation. God ain't deal with no other people. So when he said, I am a jealous God, he was talking about his people. I'm jealous of my people going to deal with these other gods and bowing themselves down to them because I chose and carved me out of people. And that people are set to worship me. That's what he's saying. Now, the other nations, they can do what they want to do. They already chose their fate. Their forefathers chose their fate. But my people, I made a covenant with through Abraham. And the Most High he gonna do what? He gonna be faithful to his covenant that he made with Abraham. That's why he don't change.
He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgment, they have not known them.
And the other nations do not know his judgments. They don't know them. So how can they teach what they don't know? How can you teach what you don't know? God didn't give you these tenets. These tenets were given to our forefathers and to be passed down to us to teach our nation first, to the Jew first. And then we were to go out and teach the world, lead the world to the Most High. But we got to clean house first. We got to clean house first. All right. So that's why we identifying who was there at the mount, right? Then we're going to identify and take it even further. What you looking for?
We got to get a script for what you're saying right quick, showing how he the God of Israel, like you were saying, he don't deal with no one else.
Yeah,
he only deal with Israel.
And it's and that's not to say like no Gentiles, See, we ain't like these other brothers out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
saying
right.
Gentiles or other nations, can't be saved. We ain't here to say that because we understand what's getting ready to happen to this world, and everybody gonna need salvation. All right, but we gotta get these Israelites first. We gotta gather up gather our people, right? Matter of fact, let's do this real quick before we do that, let's read that last part one more time.
Okay.
Who you
in them blew my page. Here we go. Verse 20 of Psalm 147. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgment, they have not known them.
So God have not dealt the way he's dealt with us with any other nation. And as for his judgments, they don't know them. They have not known them. All right. So I probably got some people out here talking, oh man, well, what about the book of Acts 10, the 10th chapter and all of that? Well, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Okay. But right now, this is where we are. Shabbat Shalom again to everybody out there. Shabbat Shalom again to everybody out there listening and tuning in. pass this message around. All right, because our God is jealous. All right, he been jealous ever since they came with that lint crap. They started talking about is lint putting an ash cross on their forehead. His people, since his people started doing that, he's been jealous. He angry, and we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you that he is.
Somebody said that in the comment.
Nah.
Oh.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Psalms 96 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens.
So there are other gods that the nations, the other races of people follow, but the nation of Israel we were chosen by the Most High, the God that created all things. We were chosen by Him, but there are other gods. This is what we need to establish before we really go into what we're finna bring forth. We need to establish, and we need everyone to understand that there are other gods over the other races of people. Every race of people have a god. It's what you got to understand. I know it's crazy, but this is the truth. Every race of people have a god. That's why you have Buddha, who looks like the Asians, right? You have Allah, whose messenger was Muhammad, who was an Arab. You have Christianity with the white Jesus, right? Which is really Zeus. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
You have
you got the Japanese with Shintoism.
Shintos.
They worship a god every day of the week, every day of the hour, or whatever.
Exactly. Every race of people have their own god that looks like them. But where's the God that looked like us? Where's the God that looked like us? Where's our God? Why is our God hidden? Why are we able to be colonized and enslaved all throughout the earth? Right? And why do the nations feel like it's their right to take us down and destroy us? Why? And to come and reap all the benefits of our resources, rape women, right? And feel as though they don't have to pay us back for our labors. Why do they feel like they can do that? Who is our God? Where is he? And why is he not saving us? Why is our God not making us rich like the Buddhist God is making his people rich? Why is our God not making us rich like the European God is making the Europeans rich? Right? Why is our God not? Why are we the poor throughout the whole earth? Wherever you go and where our people are, that's where poverty is. Why? Why is that? See, has anyone ever asked themselves these questions? Could it be that our God is jealous? Could it be that he's jealous? Maybe he's jealous. Let's find out. Let's move forward. Let's go to, what you got?
Oh, no.
Let's go to Luke 12 and 47. Luke 12 and 47. Now we getting some new covenant.
Luke 12, 47.
47 and 48.
47, 48.
Yes, sir.
And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither.
So you got servants out there who know God's will. These are some of us, we know what the books say. Because you'll hear some people say, I know Easter ain't right, but I'm going to call it Resurrection Sunday. Right? And it'd be our people. Yeah. I know it ain't right, but I'm going to call it. I know bunnies don't lay eggs, but Christ was resurrected on this day at this time. That's what they'll tell you.
You know what they say too?
Tell me.
Like you just said, they'll say that too. Like, I know it ain't right, but it's the significance of it. What's so significant about something that's wicked? Dude said when I was working with the denomination, that's exactly what he said. I know it ain't right, but it's just the significance. What's significant about it?
Right. What well, hey, they feel it's a tradition.
That's exactly
that's the significance for them. It's a tradition. You know, and the significance is that their parents gave it to them, and they're attached to it emotionally because it was given to them by their parents. So they feel like, hey man, if I go against this, I'm going against my parents. You understand? When your parents want you to be better than them, if your parents, especially a lot of parents who passed away, some people will have parents who passed away and they'll hold on to the traditions, and they parents probably somewhere thinking like, hey man, grow, grow, grow in life. Don't just stay with what I gave you. Go beyond what I gave you. Go beyond what I gave you. I gave you that so that you can grow from it. Those that came before us want us to grow and be better than them. They create a foundation from the understanding that they have, right? And we supposed to build on that. We ain't supposed to stay there. We're supposed to grow. That's what I want my children to do. It's gonna be some things that I miss. That when they grow older, they'll be able to teach okay, my father missed this part, but but this stuff he was right about. So let's put that together and let's build on that. And his kids do the same thing. His children do the same thing, and they grow. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. All right. So let's go ahead. Go ahead, finish that.
47. And that servant which have his Lord's will, which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes.
Because these people didn't know no better. So what we telling you right now is, it's some people out here who know better and they doing wrong. And the Most High gonna severely punish them for that. But then you got some people out here who don't know no better. That's who we looking at. We reaching out to all of y'all today, but really those out there who don't know no better. We trying to show you, listen, the Most High ain't gonna beat you that bad because you ain't know that. You ain't know. But these other people who know better, they gonna get beat. They got a rude awakening coming. It's some pastors and teachers out here teaching y'all this Easter stuff like it's true, and they know they wrong. They know it's pagan, but Easter is the biggest payday of the year for the Christian church. These pastors is finna get paid this weekend. It's finna be people coming to church on Sunday that ain't been to church in years. They finna break. Hey, the pastor's finna get cheese tomorrow.
Yeah.
They finna get cheese tomorrow, man. And they know better. They got a hell of a punishment coming, literally. A hell of a punishment coming. And we sitting here telling y'all who don't know no better because they leading you astray for $1. This right here we ain't getting paid for none of this. We don't get paid for none of this. To show this and bring this out to nobody. We don't get paid for this. We taking time out of our days, because this don't just take a day to put together. We taking time out of our days to bring forth truth and understanding according to the word to those of you who don't know. We ain't getting paid for this. Finish that out. Watch this. Watch this.
48. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom man have committed much, of him they will ask the more.
You see that? So to whom much is given, much is required. So you pastors and preachers out there, we talking to you too. You better repent. You better repent, because if you do not, you got to come back to the Most High. You better get them people their money. You better start taking care of the widow and the fatherless. You better start opening your storehouse with them tithes instead of going and buying all these cars and buying big houses.
Steve Harvey suits.
Rolling around with all these $1,000 suits on.
Jewelry and all that.
Jewelry. You got cologne cost $2,000 up in there. We know what y'all doing, man. We know what y'all teaching people monogamy, but then you sleeping with all the women on the front row, but you teaching monogamy. You need to repent and come back to the Most High. That's your problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that a lie?
No, it's not.
That's not a lie. Y'all getting paid off the people, man. Y'all done turned the people into merchandise.
Yep.
And it's a penalty to pay for that. You know Easter is wrong, but you get paid that day. You know it's wrong.
Man, put that camera on.
No, it's still on.
Oh, I seen that red light up there.
It's still on. We flipping the page. My bad, man.
I'm a
What you got
precept
going?
right quick.
All right, bring
when
it
you
out.
was talking about people know
Yeah.
that the day is wrong, but they are still celebrating, talking about its resurrection or the significance
Mm-hmm.
of it. Well, this is a precept for that understanding there.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah 5:20.
Come on.
It say, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil,
Mm-hmm.
that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the understanding, showing you basically putting bitter for sweet.
You know
Change
it's
it. You know it's wrong. Easter is the bitterness, Passover the sweetness.
Mhm.
But you switching it around. No, it's not Passover. That was what the Jews did.
right.
Well, maybe you are the Jew. You the
Exactly.
descendants of them. Blood Jews, not religious Jews.
And then not only that, if what the Jews was given was righteous, wouldn't you want to deal with what
if
was
you're
righteous?
a true follower, yeah.
If you're a true follower of the Most High, wouldn't you want to deal with what He gave His people?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move forward. And we still proving it because we got to shake our people out of this. This is to the Jew first, but also the Gentile. The Gentile can come in and get this understanding too. But this to our people to show them who they are. This is our mission. Matter of fact, before you go there, go to Isaiah 49:5 real quick. Real quick, get Isaiah 49:5. Because this mission right here that we have, a lot of people will be like, oh man, these brothers tripping. They teaching that the Israelites was the only ones that God to be jealous of, and the ethnicity of Messiah and his people. Yes, we teaching that. We're teaching that. Go to Isaiah 49:5.
Isaiah 49:5.
And 6. Yep.
And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant.
To be his what?
Servant.
This is the mission of a servant. The servants of God will do this. Go ahead.
To bring Jacob again to him.
To bring Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, back to God. Go ahead.
Though Israel be not gathered.
Because our people ain't gathered. We scattered all throughout the earth right now. We want to gather our people. Go ahead.
Yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord.
Because we're going to do this work. So we're going to be glorious in the eyes of the Most High because we're going to actually do it. While you got these pastors over here trying to get money, we're going to do the work that God said to do. Come on.
And my God shall be my strength.
And the Most High is going to be our strength. Go ahead.
And he said, it is a light thing that thou should be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob.
It's a very small thing that we should be his servants to raise up the Israelites. That's small. Go ahead.
And to restore the preserves of Israel.
Will
also and to restore the preserve of Israel, I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
And that's what we showing you. Gentiles, we showing you a light. We not rejecting you. We teaching our people, but within the teachings of our people, you can learn too. It's something for you to learn too. Like Christ told the Canaanite woman, or the Canaanite woman told Christ. She says, surely the dogs eat the crumbs that fall from the table. That's what she told. That's what she told. So eat these crumbs. Get these crumbs. Don't sit up here and think you're being rejected because, we got to go to our people first. You ain't being rejected. Get the crumbs and grow. All right, now let's go to the ethnicity of the Messiah and his people. We raising up our people. Revelations 1 and 10.
1 and 10, Revelations. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day.
On the Sabbath day. People will go there and try to say that's a Sunday.
That's why I stressed
the Lord's day is the Sabbath day. Today. Go ahead.
I was in the spirit on the Lord's day and heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet, saying, I am the Alpha, the I and the thigh. I don't like that.
It's all right.
That just choke me up every time.
Yeah.
I am the I and the thigh, or Alpha and Omega, the first and the last. And what thou seest, write in the book.
What you what?
Seest, write in the book.
So this is Christ revealing himself to John the Revelator. And he said, what you see, John, write in the book. What you see, write in the book. What book is that?
Revelation.
The revelation of who?
John, the diviner.
John the divine,
Revelator.
John the Revelator. Okay, so let's go. Go ahead.
Say, I am the I and the thou, the first and the last. And what thou seest, write in the book,
Mm-hmm.
and send it unto the seven churches, which are in Asia, Ephesus, and unto whatever that church is, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, or something like that.
Thyatira.
Yeah, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. It kind of messed me up because I was thinking, see, the church was established in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Nah, man.
Now let me stop.
Yeah.
But no, it was just a jokey joke. But verse 12. And I turned to see the voice that spoke with me. And being turned, I saw seven golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
One like who?
Unto the Son of Man.
This is Christ. So now remember, Christ told him to write down what he see. He said he turned and what?
And in the midst of the candlesticks, and I turned to see the voice.
To what?
To see the voice.
To what?
To see the
to
voice.
see the voice. So John is seeing Christ. He said he turned to see the voice. Go ahead.
And I turned to see the voice that spake with me. And being turned, I saw seven golden candlesticks. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
One like unto Christ. So when he turned, he saw Christ. He said, I'm seeing somebody that looked like Christ through these seven candlesticks. Go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to his foot.
Down to the foot, go ahead.
And girded about the paps with golden girdle, with a golden girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool.
His head and his hair was what?
White like wool.
His head and his hairs on his face were what?
White like wool.
Now, who has hair like wool? What people have hair like wool? This is just the tip of the iceberg we're going to Christ with. All right, we describing his ethnicity for a reason so that we can show his people who they are. All right, so we can show those people who was at Mount Sinai receiving the law, we can show them who they are so they'll understand that God is jealous of them for dealing with paganism. See, this is why we going here. All right, so his head and his hair were white like wool, so fully silvers, fully white hair, but like wool. It's only one people I know that have that kind of hair. Me, myself, this brother, X, he used to have it. You know, the majority of the people, well, all of my children, all of our families, you know what I'm saying? This is the hair that we have. All right, comes from our people. All right, go ahead.
His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow.
As white as snow.
And his eyes were as flame of fire.
And
his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like unto fine brass, what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burned in a furnace. Now that's describing a color. That's describing the color. His feet like is in similarity to fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace. Now, anyone who understands what color brass is automatically would say brown. Now, if you burn that brass in an oven, what color would it turn?
Black brown.
It'll be black. It's a dark-skinned man with hair like wool and red eyes. Red eyes, like, got some blood shot up in his eyes or something. All right. So let's move forward. Now that's Christ. Let's find out what tribe he comes from. Let's go to Hebrews 7:14, because if he's described as being this color with that sort of hair, what would his tribe have? The tribe that he came through in the flesh. Yeah, we understand that Christ is spiritual at this point. You know that it's spirit, but he had a body when he came to this earth. He had a body. He came through a people. And all throughout the scriptures, he called those people my people. So go ahead, read that.
Hebrews 7:14. For it is evidence that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Came from who?
Out of Judah.
So our Lord and Savior sprang out of Judah. He came through the tribe of Judah. All right. Our Lord and Savior came through Judah. All right. So that means that all of the Judites, people from the tribe of Judah, would have this same hue, the same hair, the same features as the Messiah had. Right? Right. Now let's go to see what, because at this time when Christ walked the earth, the northern kingdom had already been dispersed. Well, we say the northern kingdom, but the 10 tribes had already been dispersed.
Right.
All right. They had already been dispersed. So you only had 4 tribes left: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon. The residue of Levi and Simeon was still there. So Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and Simeon, you had still there. All right. So let's see what these people look like, because this is the time Christ walked the earth. St. John 8:31.
John 8:31. Then said Yeshua, or Jesus, to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word.
Hold on, to who?
Those Jews who believed in him.
So this is Jesus, so-called Jesus, speaking to those Jews who believed on him. These are Jews. Now, a lot of people will say, hey, they'll try to disregard the Jews now because they'll say the Jews rejected Christ. But right here, what is it? What it say?
It says, then said Christ to those Jews which believed in him.
That believed on him. So there was some Jews that believed on him. So all the Jews didn't reject Christ.
And then it's common sense, because who were the disciples?
We about to find out.
Oh, go
ahead.
Yeah, I just thought about that. Okay, believed on him. If ye continue in my words, then are ye my disciples indeed.
The Jews were the disciples. The disciples were Jews.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. The disciples were Jews. How you love that? How you love that? Let's find out what the Jews did. Go to Acts, what the Jews were called. Let's go to Acts 11:26. Oh, you get 32. Get 32. Yeah, 32.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jews, let's get this truth and be set free. Let's get set free through this truth. Acts 11:26.
Acts 11:26.
Now, I know this boiling a lot of people blood right now, because they thinking like, man, y'all doing a lot of, this is all racial type stuff y'all doing and stuff like that. We getting ready to get to it, but we got to show our people who they are. This is about the 5th time I said that, right?
Yep, I'm gonna keep on.
Hey, I gotta say it because I know how people are, they short up there a little bit. We want you to stay with us, all right? Just stick with us, all right? Let us establish this matter first to show our people who they are, right? So we already established that Christ is a so-called black man through the scriptures. He has hair like wool and skin of burnt brass, right? We already established that. Okay. Then we went to show Hebrews, and Hebrews 7:14, we showed that he came through the tribe of Judah. So if he came through the tribe of Judah, then that means Judah must have that same hue, the tribe. They must have the same hue, same hair, same features.
Brass, all that.
All
nappy
right.
hair, woolly hair.
Now we went to St. John 8:31, right? Now, the word Jew comes from those who lived in Judea. But first it came from those who were called Judah, from the tribe of Judah. So John 8:31 just established that Christ had Jews that believed on him. And he said, if you stay in my word and keep my commandments, then guess what? You're my disciples. So the Jews are the disciples. So now let's find out what the disciples were called by the Grecians. So let's go to Acts 11:26.
Acts 11:26. And when he had found him, he brought him unto Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled themselves with the church and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians first.
The disciples were called what?
Christians first.
Where?
In Antioch.
In Antioch. The disciples were called Christians in Antioch. All right? They were called Christians. The disciples didn't start calling themselves Christians. They were called Christians. All right? See, a lot of people, I hope your wheels turning, because they weren't calling themselves Christians. The Greeks called them Christians. That was a derogatory word at the time. They weren't being called. The Greeks called them Christians because the word Christian go back to Cretan.
Yeah. Which means,
Somebody slow in the mind.
yeah,
They were calling them slow in the mind, retarded, basically. So
basically saying they retarded for believing
for
Christ as the
believing that,
Messiah.
right?
Yeah.
So let's find out what else they were called.
Yeah.
That was derogatory. Let's go to Acts 13:1.
Acts 13:1.
Yeah.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch
That
certain
was where?
in Antioch.
Where was they called Christians?
In Antioch.
Yeah, let's keep up. Keep up with us. Come on, let's go.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon.
Now that Simeon is Peter. Now I could prove that with the precepts and show you, but I don't got to go through that right now. But that Simeon there, that's Simon Peter. All right, go ahead.
Now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
That was called what?
Niger.
What's the pronunciation for that?
Nigger.
That's the pronunciation for that word there. Niger. Niger. They were called what?
Nigers.
Hey, somebody get your Bible out and read Acts 13:1. Read along with us. Read along with us. Okay. So now what are we doing? We showing our people in the Bible that they have a face. They have a savior. They have a God. They have someone who cares for them enough to come and shed blood and save them. This is what we showing them. All right. We raising up our people. This is what we looking to do. All right. So they were called what? Read that one more time. Finish that out.
There was in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that were called Nigers, and Lucius and Cyrene, or whatever. Cyrene. And Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod, the Tetrarch, and Saul.
Paul. These were called nigger. All of these prophets, these teachers and prophets, was at the church at Antioch, and they were called niggers. Even Paul, Peter, Barnabas.
Hey. It's no different from today. We was at the Church of America, what they called us.
Yeah, we get called the same thing.
Niggers.
Yeah. See, they was called this, and this word has become a derogatory word. Right? But it just is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on, let me see real quick. I'm sure my device can handle it. Sharing multiple. Hey, it better not. Let's see.
What is that?
No, I don't want to share multiple screens right now. Let me see, y'all, because I want to get something real quick. I want to get this. I want to share this with y'all. So let me stop this share, and I'll come back to it. But let me bring it up first. Let's get Acts 13:1, just in case y'all can't see it. We're gonna find out what this nigger means in Acts 13:1. Man, I wish these people would understand how. I can't wait. How much God hate this holiday. All right. So I'm going to Acts 13:1 here. I'm going to show it. Acts 13:1. All right. We there. Acts 13:1. All right. Let me share this with y'all. Let's see. Let me share. I'll see if I can share multiple screens. Maybe it won't hurt. If it trip out, man, it just is what it is. Let's see. All right. So hopefully y'all can see that. Hopefully y'all can see that right there. If anybody can't see it, let me know. All right, so we're at Acts 13:1. It says, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger. All right, so nigger. Let's go down here to the bottom box down here. We see it. Nigger. Niger, or whatever we will pronounce it today. And then you know they got us saying Niger. These days, Niger.
It's Von Shui.
Right. You know, they got us saying stuff like that when you know how we don't talk like that, man. Come on now. You know we don't talk like that, but we'll roll with it. But as you can see down here, the pronunciation is Niger. Niger. Of Latin origin, meaning black. Black or a Christian. Black or a Christian. Now we just read that the disciples were Jews and they were called niggers.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's the ethnicity of Christ and his people, according to the Bible, from the Old Testament to the New. All right. And those are the people who were at the mountain, the Mount Sinai, receiving instructions through Moses, from Moses through the Most High. All right. They were receiving these instructions. And these are the people. Can you read that one more time? Exodus 20 and 3 or 20 and 5 and 6. 25 and 6.
Exodus 25 and 6. All right. Exodus chapter 20, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me,
Mm-hmm.
and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
So the Most High just let us know that he's jealous. He's a jealous God. Right? So these are things that make him jealous. All right? These are the things that make the Most High God jealous. Us bowing down to idols, the gods of the nations. Didn't we just read that the gods of the nations are idols?
Yeah.
We just read that. So any God that we bowing down to, that our God didn't ordain, he didn't ordain no God. Read the third verse. Watch this. Watch the one he ordained. Exodus 20 and 3. Watch this. The God that he ordained for us to bow ourselves to. Let's find out who that is.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Bam. No other God but him. We don't bow down to no other God. So we must understand whatever holiday that we receiving from the world has a God behind it to be worshiped. There's a God behind you worship. And we got to actually make sure and that we studying what it is that we putting our celebrations into, our vibrations into, our spirits into, anything that concerning our being and our children, our homes being, we got to understand what it is that we putting ourselves into. Because if not, then we can be bowing ourselves to another God, right? Unawares or aware, we still receive stripes. But guess what? Those of you who are aware, we already talked about it. You know what it is, right?
Many stripes.
Yeah, big stripes, big time stripes. Now let's go to 1 Kings 11 and 1. Let's go to a king's fall. A king's fall. Now look, this is very important because this gets misinterpreted so much, and we're gonna get into it to a degree in which we hope some of y'all can get it, right? Because we're gonna acquit Solomon for trumped up charges that y'all put on him. But at the same time, those things that he actually did wrong, we ain't gonna loose off of, right? Because those are lessons for us now. All right. So let's get 1 Kings 11 and 1. Sorry.
1 Kings 11 and 1.
Mm-hmm.
But King Solomon loved many strange women.
He loved what?
Many strange women.
Why it say strange there? Take that into your mind. Why do it say strange there? Solomon loved many strange women. Go ahead.
Solomon loved many strange women,
Mm-hmm.
together with the daughters of Pharaoh,
Mm-hmm.
woman of the Moabites,
Mhm.
Ammonites, Edomites, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go in them, go into them,
Mm-hmm.
neither shall they come in unto you.
Mm-hmm.
For surely they will turn away your hearts after their gods,
Mm-hmm.
after their gods. Solomon claved unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princess, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart.
There you go. So his wives turned away his heart. So a lot. This is what gets taught. What gets taught is Solomon was punished by God for having multiple wives.
That's a lie.
This is what gets taught. All right. But if you read it in detail, okay. If you read it in detail, shalom, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
All right. We good.
Shalom.
Yeah. If you read it in detail, you'll understand that the sin was not the wives that he had. And we're gonna read further and prove that. But the sin was not the wives that he had. The sin was the wives that he took. It was the wives that he took. It wasn't the ones that he had. It was the ones that he took. All right. And I hope that's clear. But we're gonna make it even more clear, right? Because a lot of people don't even understand sin.
Yeah.
So let's get what that is real fast. Let's get what sin really is real fast. We're gonna come right back to Solomon though. And we're gonna deal with Solomon. All right. And I'm saying this because, and why am I going here? A lot of people are like, dang, why he going to Solomon? Right? Why you going to Solomon? You're gonna find out that Solomon actually fell to the goddess of Easter. This is one of the goddesses that Solomon was following through his strange wives. Another one that don't get talked about enough. Ahab, Jezebel, all right? Jezebel's god, her goddess, all right, or consort to the god that she worshiped, was the goddess of Easter, Ashtoreth, okay? But anyway, you got that?
Yep.
Let's get it.
1 John 3:4.
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever committeth sin also hold up. Whosoever committeth sin transgress also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So sin is the breaking of God's law. That's what sin is. That's what sin is breaking God's law. So if somebody can show me, go into God's law and show me where Solomon sinned by having multiple wives. Someone go there and show me if you can in the chat. And if meanwhile, while you're going to do that, we're going to Deuteronomy 7:1.
Deuteronomy 7:1.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it.
So these are the instructions. These are some of the laws, some of the instructions that the Most High is giving through Moses to the children of Israel. All right, and it reads one more time.
When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast it out, many nations before thee, the Hittites,
Mm-hmm.
and the Girgashites,
Mm-hmm.
and the Amorites, and the
Mm-hmm.
Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Lord thy God shall
Go ahead, you got it.
and when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriage with them. Thy
Neither shall thou make marriages with them. So did you hear those nations? All right, 7 nations mightier than you. Okay, do me one more favor. Read the nations one more time. Those 7 nations.
all right. And thou shalt make oh no wait. Okay, here we go. Many nations before thee, the Hittites
Mhm.
and the
The
Gerges.
Hittites.
Mhm.
Solomon married women of the Hittites. Go ahead.
The Gergesites,
Mm-hmm.
Amorites,
Mm-hmm.
Canaanites,
Mm-hmm.
and Perizzites,
Mm-hmm.
Hivites, and Jebusites.
Mm-hmm.
7 nations
And the
raised.
Zidonians are Canaanites. All right. Solomon was marrying these strange women. They're strange because the Most High God told the children of Israel through Moses that we not to make any covenant with them. We're not to make any marriages with them. We're not to go in unto their women. This is the sin. All right. This is the law that we reading right here. That's why we read what sin was before we read this law, so that you understand the sin that Solomon committed, right? The Most High did not want us to deal with these women because these women had gods over their nation that would turn us away from Him. All right. This is why He didn't want us to do that. But Solomon was looking at the other nations and how they build empires by marrying into different
Mhm.
people's kingdoms. He wasn't even paying attention. Like, man, listen, let's build it. Let's do this. It makes more sense to do it this way.
Mhm.
See, leaning to his own understanding.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And that's what happened. All right. So the sin of Solomon wasn't the wives that he had, 1,000. It wasn't the wives that he had. It was the wives that he chose. That was the problem. It was the ones that he chose. It didn't. The number isn't the problem. The number wasn't the problem. It was the ones that he chose that was the problem.
Mhm.
All right. Is that understood? Anybody got something to say before we move on? Anybody?
Oh,
Cool. All right. So let's go. Let's move forward. What was you at? You was at Deuteronomy still?
Verse 3.
Or you finished that? All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. My
6.
bad. My
All
bad,
right.
brother. Yeah.
All right. Verse 3 of Deuteronomy 7. It said, neither shalt thou make marriage with them.
Mm-hmm.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto thy son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy sons, for they will turn away thy sons from following me, that he may serve other gods.
Mm-hmm.
So all so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars, break down their images, and cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire, like
Mm-hmm.
Randy,
Mm-hmm.
Mexico
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. And those are the instructions that God gave us. He told us we ain't supposed to make no covenants with these people. We supposed to burn their idols. We supposed to tear down their stuff and break them to pieces and set it on fire. Um, that Easter bunny and eggs and that Christ on the cross that's white. We supposed to tear that stuff down and burn it with fire. We ain't supposed to be dealing with that stuff. It's a curse. These things are a curse. And it's a perpetual curse. Why? Because these are things that we pass, these are generational curses that we pass down to our children. Because like I said earlier, our children take on the things in which we give them, and it becomes an emotional attachment to them. And then it's hard for them to get rid of these things because they looking at, oh, my mother and my father, this was me in the time when my mama and my father, we was this, that, and we had this time. And it's hard for them to let those things go on an emotional level. So these people could be hearing what we're saying and understanding that it's true, but because they emotions attached to it, they ain't gonna let it go.
yeah, it's deep rooted into their hearts. Exactly.
Yeah,
And then it become a tradition of men. And so
yeah,
they put their traditions before the word of God.
exactly,
Mhm.
exactly, exactly. That's you finished that.
One more, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people
Mm.
unto himself
Uh-huh.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Now, don't that sound good to my people? Don't that sound good to y'all? God said He chose you to be a special people above all people. to himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. He chose you, my people, above all people on the face of this earth. He chose you. And to whom much is given, much is required, because much come with this God that we serve. So it's much required of us. But it ain't hard. The only thing that's hard is, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's be real with these people. It's shaking a lot of the desires that you have that this world done placed on you since a child. That might be the hardest thing you have to deal with. That might be the hardest thing you have to deal with. But when it comes to serving the Most High and doing this work, listen, He make it easy. He make it easy when you doing what He tell you to do. When you doing what you supposed to be doing, being obedient, He make it easy.
Yeah.
Hey, I know I got a witness on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
But all right, you finished there?
That's it.
All right, let's move forward to First Kings. Let's go back to Solomon. First Kings 11:4.
Verse 4, 1 Kings 11. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and
Mm-hmm.
his heart was not perfect with the Most High thy God,
Mm-hmm.
as was the heart of David his father.
See that? David had how many wives? Who knows? Who knows? David had 8 wives, right?
I'm like that, yeah.
Listen, so it wasn't the multitude of the wives that was the sin because God was pleased with David. He said David's heart was perfect.
Mhm.
So, and David married all Israelite women. All his women was of his nation.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me I ain't telling the truth.
Mhm.
All right. Solomon didn't. Solomon didn't do that.
Mhm.
Solomon was hard headed. He went and dealt with the guys that the Most High told us not to deal with. And they did what? They turned his heart. And he was not perfect like his father David. All right, go
Mhm.
ahead.
And then how you know that the problem wasn't how you know that the problem wasn't all the women that he had. It was the women, the type of women that he chose, like you said, is what the Most High tell Solomon when he said, who's that, Uriah,
Mm-hmm.
when he's told him, he gave you men, I would
Yeah,
have gave you more women.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
Most High said, I would have gave you more women. Like,
yeah.
where you coveting his?
Exactly. Yeah. If you needed anything else, I gave you, many more.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
Hmm. All right, verse 5. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth.
Who?
Ashtoreth.
Solomon went after what?
Ashtoreth.
Solomon went after Ashtoreth. Ashtoreth. Ashtoreth, Ishtar, Astarte, Oster, Easter.
Hmm.
This is the goddess of Easter. Ashtoreth. We're gonna prove that. Solomon went after Ashtoreth. Solomon fell following after Easter.
Hmm.
This is the goddess of the Zidonians, the Canaanites. This is a Canaanite god. Go ahead, read it.
And Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians,
Mm-hmm.
and after Melcham,
Mm-hmm.
the abominations of the Ammonites.
Mm-hmm.
And Solomon did evil in the sights of the Lord, and went not fully after the Lord, as did David his father.
Mm-hmm. See, Solomon did evil. He didn't go fully after the Most High because he became a polytheistic.
Mhm.
Solomon became polytheistic. He started worshiping all the gods, dealing with his women. And see, a lot of our people do that.
Mhm.
A lot of our people do that even to this day. They start going off in the, oh yeah, man. Come on, man, bring it to me, man. We done heard so many people and
Man,
so many stories. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So many
Man,
stories.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Our people start going off and popping up like, oh yeah, man. You read that Joseph Smith book,
oh
man?
my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. You got to get up in there. I'm telling you, they start going into all different avenues and running into these gods, not even understanding that they involuntarily worshiping the fallen.
Hmm.
Mormonism, Jehovah Witness, uh, Islam, everything, even Buddhism.
Yeah.
You know, uh, everything.
Right, right. They done turned
Everything
tradition
everything
into
that what I'm saying, we would get involved with other people, but ain't nobody paying attention to our thing. You know what I'm saying? To what we got going on, to what the Most High gave us. We can go and find
Mhm.
ourselves in everybody else's temple. You know,
Exactly. And then we talking about we come from the tribe of Shabazz and all this other stuff,
right?
man. Um,
Or the biggest thing, or I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And be like, spiritual. Okay, so he's spiritual. And then we understand that everything pertaining to Christ, you know what I'm saying, is spiritual. If you don't understand Christ, how could you claim to be spiritual? You know?
exactly.
That I
Hey man,
mean,
look,
yeah.
they ain't got to tell us nothing. I ain't got to tell you nothing, brother. I'm spiritual.
All right.
All right, all right. But
Well,
our people get caught.
how you gonna not know the first created spirit? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna
Mhm.
not know that, but you claim to be spiritual? You know?
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. Right. So Solomon fell. Solomon fell going after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians. All right. What verse did you leave off?
Verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Well, verse 7 now.
Mm-hmm.
Then did Solomon build a high place for, you know what, I'm going to get it on here because it's brighter.
Mm-hmm.
Then did Solomon build a high place for Chemosh,
Mm-hmm.
the abomination of Moab, in the hills that is before Jerusalem, and
Mm-hmm.
for Moloch, the
Mm-hmm.
abomination of the children of Ammon.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise did he for all his strange wives, which burnt incense and sacrifice unto their gods,
Mm-hmm.
and the
See,
Lord
unto what?
their
This is how
gods.
you know these ain't Israelite women. Unto their gods. Because
Mm-hmm,
Israel has a God.
mm-hmm.
And he don't require us to do all of these things these people doing. That's Solomon doing with these people. All right. Solomon said, man, shoot, there's some truth in everything. I see some truth over there, some truth. That's
Hey,
what
ain't that Negroes
that's
though?
what we do. That's what our people do. Hey man, there's some truth over here, some truth over there. I'm gonna grab
You
all
just
of
got
this
to put
truth.
it together.
Yeah, you go ahead and you're gonna get caught right in that trap.
Yep.
Because every good
Has a
lie
little truth.
has to have some truth up in it. You gotta put some truth in a good lie. How you gonna tell a lie without the truth? How you gonna tell a lie without the truth? Huh?
Shit.
You can't. There can be no lies if there's no truth. But truth can stand without a lie.
That's true. That's very true.
Truth can stand without a lie, but a lie can't stand without the truth. See. So if you find some truth over there, then it ain't the truth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's. All right. What you got?
Verse 9.
Yep.
And the Lord was angry with Solomon because his heart was turned from the Lord God of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
which had appeared unto him twice
Mm-hmm.
and had commanded him concerning this thing, that he should not go after other gods. But he kept not that which the Lord commanded. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou hast not kept my commandments and my statutes, or my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee.
Where you at, bro?
Verse 11.
No, no, no. We just wanted 10. We just wanted
Oh,
to
okay,
stop. Yeah, we
okay,
wanted to
okay,
stop at
okay,
10. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. All right. So we see that, right?
Mhm.
So now since we got that understanding, right? Solomon fell because he started to worship and become a polytheistic, right? He started to go after these other gods of the nations. And this is what happens in our communities, black communities, or on the continent of Africa, wherever we live in, our people, we get bombarded with these people coming from the outside talking about they got something new package of religion for us. They got something new. But then they always got something like the Bible in this hand, and then behind their back, they got the Book of Mormon. And they got this Bible in this hand, and then behind their back, they got
Quran or
the lighthouse tower,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
watchtower. You see? Or they got the Bible in this hand, then they come
Taboo.
out, next thing you know, they got the Nation of Islam papers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They always gotta have see the truth has to be there to support the lie.
Exactly.
You gotta have the truth there to support the lie. Without the truth, the lie can't stand. So
Yeah.
just tell them, well, why everybody holding this book? All of
Hmm.
y'all that come to me, y'all got one thing in common. Y'all all say this book got truth in it. But
Hmm.
then you pull this one out.
Right. It's
You
crazy.
know?
Yeah. Because even, the Mormons, they got the Bible, but they uphold the Book of Mormon. Jehovah Witnesses, they got the Bible, but they uphold the Watchtower Tracts. You know what I'm saying? Then you
Yeah,
got the even Nation of Islam. They read the Bible, and then they got the Quran. But anybody who got their knowledge based in the Word in the Bible, no other book do we got to bring up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's other religious book or anything, because we don't need
exactly.
it. We
We
don't
don't
need it.
need
They need this. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Because they know what they got missing pieces. They got everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't even find the truth in their book. When you want to look for real hardcore evidence and truth, you got to come to the foundation. You know?
Hey, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. And it's crazy. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
Everybody got to pull out. Hey, I got the Bible right here, but
Yeah.
look at what I got here.
Yeah.
I got
Exactly.
the Bible right. Look at what I got here.
Even
Like, come on,
Christians
man.
do that, dog. They have the Bible and they still go to these other pamphlets.
They
What was that one pamphlet? Anyway, but they do that too.
the pastor can be a pamphlet too. Well,
Exactly.
first lady said, pastor
Nah, I
said,
know what you're saying.
you
Most
know what I'm
definitely.
saying? They go to that.
Yeah.
They go off the no, we talk about this book,
Yeah.
this
Right.
Bible, this word. Well, pastor said, I don't care your
Mhm.
pastor's interpretation of what's written.
Exactly.
What's written. You see?
Like the ox said, well, with further reviews, what other reviews?
Yeah.
It ain't come out the Bible.
Yeah. All right. So let's move along. Move along. Where we at? Okay, so now we're identifying. Now we're identifying Asterisk. All right. Let's identify Asterisk. Let's find out about her ashy behind. Let's get Asterisk. Yeah. Let's identify. So we got the Encyclopedia of the Gods, and I think I might have left that in the house. Let me go grab it real quick. Y'all chop it up. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, the thing is, it's like, you know, we talking about the foundation, and the foundation is built on Christ, and you
Yeah.
can't lay no other foundation on it. But
Mhm.
they got all of these practices that's rooted in strange gods that they
Mhm.
attribute, not knowing where they come from. They thinking that this is a Christian thing. No, it's not a Christian thing. It ain't patterned after Christ. It's patterned after a strange God.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Patterned after a
Yeah.
strange God. Every practice. What we're talking
Mhm.
about now, Easter, patterned after some Ramesses, Ashtoreth, Ishtar,
Yeah.
Astarte, all the same deity, just different, named different things in different cultures. But and then
Yeah.
it's been repackaged through Catholicism or through Roman Catholicism for our people to think that, oh, this is pertaining to Christ, and it's really not.
And it's really not.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why the scriptures say those guys I consider are thieves and robbers because that's
Exactly.
another door that people are taking, claiming that they get into God.
Right, yep.
But
Yep.
but the scriptures say, Christ said, "I am the door. You go any other way, you was a thief and a robber."
And a
So
robber. Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
what that is right there.
And then,
These
and
folks
what are they after? The sheepfold to try to turn his people away from him.
straight up, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's straight up. I was just talking to a brother about that last night. Like these people, and especially the Catholic Church, they are deceivers. They'll take these records and then embed some stuff inside the scriptures and make you think that's what it is just because of the indoctrinations that come with it.
Exactly. It's like I
If it ain't
always
in that,
say, look at their practices and tell me where you can go into the word and find any of the practices that they do. So where do the
exactly,
rituals that they do come from? You claim to be teachers of the word, you claim to be followers of Christ, followers of the Most High, but all of the practices and rituals that you got, you can't find nowhere in the word.
right? Yeah, yeah.
So
But
so so where do these practices and rituals come from? That should be the main
exactly,
question everybody asking.
that's what they should be asking.
Yeah,
And not even just in all them churches, because they all fall up under the umbrella of celebrating Ishtar,
exactly. Yeah.
Ashra. So they all be asking that, like, what is the origin of it? Where did this come from?
Mm-hmm.
They say, well, Easter,
You don't see
the
it in the
Bible.
word.
They'll
Only
say
thing
it's
we see in the word, yeah. Only thing we see in the word pertaining to it is thou shalt not. You know what I'm saying?
that's straight up. That's straight up. Like Acts, I think it's Acts 12 and 4. It say Easter, but we already know that was
Yeah, that's
embedded in to
yeah,
cover up Passover.
Passover, exactly. Yep.
So that's what we have to do too, as well. Other than asking about these gods and whatever this stuff is, they also need to break down the words and really see what they mean or what's the origin and where they come from. Instead of
Right.
saying, like, "Oh, see right there," that's like the Christians see Thanksgiving in the Bible. That's just saying be thankful.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
holiday.
And you know what's crazy about that Easter being penciled in there, where if
Hmm.
when you look at it, look at the meaning in the Strongs, it tell you Passover, but
Yeah,
you know none of the practices of Easter is accommodating the practices of Passover. You know what I'm saying?
correct.
You can't
Yeah.
take none of the customs of Easter and equate them with the customs of Passover. So how can
Hmm.
Easter and Passover be the same thing?
Exactly. Exactly. It's real talk.
Go back to the Passover and see where they brought up bunnies and eggs and you know what I'm saying, and hunts and
Right.
things like that. We
Yeah.
go and go to the Passover in the Bible and bring out the practices that equate to the practices of Easter.
Hmm.
Obviously, not the same thing.
Exactly. And then what do rabbits and eggs got to do with Christ anyway? Like that don't even make sense. Like what do they got to do with resurrection day, quote unquote? What they was
Exactly.
there when the cave was open or something? When the rock moved, the rock came and
Right.
squatted out. Not a
Right.
turd, but
But yeah, right. But we know what it do got something to do with. We know it do got something to do with St. Ramesses. We know it do got something to do with Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? We know it do got something to do with taboos. You know what I'm saying?
all right, got a lot to do with that freaky stuff.
All right. Which is strange God. Right?
Hmm.
All
Yeah.
right, we back. We back. I know y'all had a good talk right there. I was listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One point you made that's real good that Kerry had made. He said um they penciled in they penciled in Easter right there, but the practices of Easter, and but Easter translates to Passover there. But the
Hmm.
practices of Easter have nothing to do with the Passover,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so but see, and that's a heavy deception, man. There's gonna be a lot of people that ain't gonna get with this, but let's bring it anyway. We got the encyclopedia of the gods, as y'all can see, is right there on y'all screen. All right. Now, I know my brother can't see this on the screen. I hope y'all can see it. Maybe y'all can, depending on
It
if
look
how
like it's
you
more
watching it.
clear. Don't it?
If you watching it on a laptop or maybe I know here. Let me see. Make it bigger.
No, yeah, I'm actually on the laptop.
You can see it pretty well.
Yep.
All right, cool. Yeah, because I know when I was putting it together, I could see it really good. But
Yeah.
right now it's a problem with here on the screen, probably because the way my presentation screen looks. All
Mhm.
right, but right here you have asterisk in the bottom right corner. Y'all see asterisk down there? I'm going to make this big so y'all at home can see it a little better. All right, asterisk right there down at the bottom right corner. I should have brought a better light out here. I do. Oh, there we go. Came on right on time. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so asterisk. All right, that first line you got there, all right, is at the bottom right corner, asterisk. It says, origin Palestinian and Palestine, Israel, Lebanon, fertility goddess, known period of worship circa 1200 BC or earlier until circa 200 BC. Synonyms, Ashtaroth. And Ashtoreth goes back to a start. All right, but anyway, let's go back. Let's keep going. Center, the next page, it says centers of the cult. Palestine coastal region, including Jerusalem. Now let's get down, jump down to where the orange highlights are. It says this is the second to last one I'm reading on page 30. It says Ashtoreth equates with the Syrian goddess Astar, both being modeled on the Mesopotamian Ishtar. She was adopted typically as goddess of both love and war. She is usually depicted wearing a horned headdress, as y'all can see on the thumbnail there. She's depicted wearing a horned headdress. Biblical references include 1 Kings 11 and 5 and 2 Kings 11, 23 and 13. Solomon is said to have built a temple in her honor near Jerusalem. The name is said by some authors to be synonymous with Ashtaroth. All right. So what we know is here. Hold on, we got to go somewhere else. We got to go somewhere else. We got another page. What they say? Ishtar. Let's go get Ishtar. And that's on page something. Ishtar. Here it is. Ishtar, the star of heaven. Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Akkadian, goddess of fertility and war. Let me jump down. I'm gonna jump down over to the other side where it says she is the daughter in separate traditions. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, Ishtar, a demon. All right. I ain't about to read all that. Ishtar, a demon. All right. Let's just leave it there. She's a fallen angel. All right. And she's a demon. She's wicked. All right. She's a goddess to be worshipped outside of the Most High God. As you can see, she's Babylonian. This is a Babylonian goddess. All right. So let's move forward. Next clip. All right. Is Easter in the Bible? So let's find out if Easter is in the Bible. We going to Acts 12 and 1. We finna find out is can we find Easter in the Bible? I would say yes, but I would also say no. And I know that sounds crazy for me to have to say it that way, but you'll understand after this. So let's get it. Acts 12 and 1.
The book of Acts 12 and 1. Now, about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. And because he saw it and because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions, or whatever.
Tyrians.
Yeah, quaternions, basically, yeah, of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him
After
forth
what?
after Easter,
After Easter? Is that really Easter in the Bible? Is that the
intended after
bunny
Easter.
eggs and that's Easter?
I think that's what it looked
Oh
like.
my goodness, Easter is in the Bible. Oh man, let's celebrate. Go get the Easter eggs, man. Go get the dye. Let's make it do what it do. Go ahead, y'all. Somebody make a cake. This is sweet potato pies up in here.
It's pass.
Easter is in the Bible, right?
Yeah.
That's what it say, right?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't what it say. we gon' we going to show you that that's not what it say. All right. Go ahead and finish it out. I'll let you finish it out, and
And
then
when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people.
So after Easter, and maybe I'll put it up on here. It'd probably be better, easier for
Yeah.
you to read. All right. So let's get it. Let's share our screen one more time. All right. Let's share this one more time. We want Easter out of here. All right. So we're at Acts, the 4th chapter. For those of you, I hope y'all can see this. All right. Acts 12th chapter. I said fourth. Acts the 12th chapter. All right, we're going to go down to the fourth verse. It says, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers to keep him intending after Easter to bring him forth to the temple. So let's get what Easter means here. Easter. Let's get the translation, the correct translation that's supposed to be there. All right. So we're looking at this here, and we're going to we're going to translate it. G Greek, which is Greek. G means Greek. 3957. All right. And the word is Pascha. Pascha of Chaldean origin, the Passover. Okay, the Passover. So the word Easter wasn't even supposed to be there, right? It was translated into the scripture. It was not supposed to be there. The word that was supposed to be there was Passover. The meal, the day, the festival, or the special sacrifices connected with the Passover. Not Easter, but the Passover. Easter and the Passover are two different things. And that's why when Adawan said what he said concerning them penciling in Easter, and then none of the ceremonies that they practice concerning it pertains to Passover. When Easter was supposed to be translated as Passover there. So to be honest with you, Easter is not even there. Easter was placed there. What was there before was Passover, according to the Greek language. According to the Greek language, Passover was there. Okay. Now let's go even further. Let's bring it out and let's go even further with it. All right. We're gonna go even further because I know there's still some people out there scratching your heads. Yeah, you go and get your Bible.
Still say Easter.
Go and get your Strong's Concordance and you look it up yourself. Go and look up Easter yourself and you'll find out that it's really supposed to be Passover. That word Easter shouldn't even be there. All right. So now we're in this Bible dictionary. We're in the Bible dictionary. Passover translated as Easter. You see, look at this. Even in the Bible dictionary, you got Easter right there, and then in parentheses it says Passover. Rendered Easter in Acts 12 and 4, but correctly translated Passover.
Correctly translated.
Exactly. But correctly translated Passover, the day on which the church celebrates the resurrection of Jesus. Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday after the full moon following the vernal equinox. The date of Easter varying between March 22nd and April 25th. Man, I got the doggone stuff. Hold on, I'm gonna put this boy closer.
I'm about to get the strong stuff.
No, I'll put it closer, man. Because them was hold on, y'all. We getting toe up.
We out here in the bushes, so we got these mosquitoes right now. They done came out. Oh man,
We getting bit up, y'all.
things ain't playing tonight.
Hold on, I'm gonna go in here and grab one of them big green sticks.
Hey, they mad at us because we talking about Easter.
Right.
They want the people to come out so they can bite them.
St. Raymond's done sent them on us. Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, royalty. My bad, y'all. This is a 911 situation. Hold on.
911.
These mosquitoes is not playing.
Man.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me go off. All right, y'all, we gonna tough it out. My bad, my bad. Hey, look, y'all gotta understand. Hey, these boys attacking. I tried to keep my composure. I
Me
couldn't do
too. Okay, we got the coil.
it.
Coil ain't doing it tonight.
Man, I think I had it too far away. Hopefully that's better. We might have put needed two of them, one on your side,
I
one
was
on my
thinking that.
side. All right, here we go. Let's get the origin of Easter. All right, now let's go into the origins of Easter. Now I know about that two Babylons
I
out
think I
here.
just seen it actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, it's a spider.
Uh-huh. Come on, man. Don't scare the people away from Africa, man.
What page?
Let me see. All right, the two Babylons. We have a book right here. You heard what I said?
Yeah, that's what I'm laughing.
Yeah, we got a book right here called The Two Babylons. All right. And as you can see, the title there, you can see the author there, and you can see what the book is about from, there. So, can you start at then look at Easter?
Yep. All right. Then look at Easter. What means the term Easter itself? Is it not a Christian name? It bears its Chaldean origin on its very forehead. Easter is nothing else than Aster.
Who?
Aster.
We just read that Easter is nothing else but a start,
Mm-hmm.
a star, asterisk, Ishtar. That's what East. That's who and what Easter is. All right, go ahead.
All right. Easter is nothing else other than a star, one of the titles of Beltis, the
Hmm.
Queen of Heaven,
The Queen of Heaven.
whose name, as pronounced by the people of Nineveh,
Hmm.
was evidently identical with that now in common use in this country. That name, as found by Layard on the Assyrian monuments, is Ishtar.
Ishtar. You see that? There you go. Easter. We listen. We got multiple sources, two historical sources showing you that Ishtar, Astarte, and Ashtoreth are all Easter. This is Easter. Easter is wicked, and Easter was placed in your Bibles. Easter was placed there. I know it's hard to understand, it's hard to believe. Yes, Easter was placed there. It was placed in your Bible. It was not originally there. The word that was there was Passover. The children of Israel did not celebrate Easter.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
The worship of Baal and Ashtar was very early introduced into Britain, along with the Druids, the priests of the groves. Something you want me to jump to the yellow or keep reading?
Jump to the yellow.
Okay, from Baal, the 1st of May is still called Beltane in the uh, Almanac,
Almanac.
Almanac,
Hmm.
and we have customs still lingering at this day amongst us, which prove how exactly the worship of Baal or Moloch, or for both titles, belong to the same God.
So Moloch and Baal are the same God. And these are the gods and goddesses that Solomon fell to, that we was just reading about. No, no, no. We ain't going there. Is that Lent? Jump down to Lent down here. Where it say
The 40
right here, 40 days.
Okay, all right. The 40-day abstinence of Lent was directly borrowed from the worship of Babylonian goddess.
Uh-huh.
Such
So all of y'all out there celebrating Lent, putting that ash cross on your forehead. Um, Lent is Babylonian. It ain't come in the Bible. You cannot find it in the Bible. Somebody show me Lent in the Bible. Somebody, whoever in the chat that deal with these holidays, show it to me in the Bible.
You know where you can find it at? In your pocket.
Lent, you stupid.
You celebrating pocket dirt.
I'm telling you. Hey, go ahead, bro. You got it.
All right. Babylonian goddess, such a length of 40 days. In the spring of the year is still observed by the Yazdites or pagan devil worshippers.
The who?
Pagan devil
You
worshippers.
see that? All right, we'll leave it at that. All
Mm-hmm.
right, all right, and it came from the Babylonians. All right, let's
Mm-hmm.
go ahead to the next. No, 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 we ain't doing that. Let's go straight to Easter. Hold on. Dang, where it say Easter? Oh, we done already dealt with that. Dang, see, I done skipped something. I think. Let me see. No, I ain't skipped nothing. We got it. We got it. It is what it is, dog. Yep. Hold on now. Let's go here. Let's move on to the next one. All right. So page 105. 105 right here. Okay, this was it, right? We already dealt with Lent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, we dealt with Lent. We ain't dealing with that. Let's go straight to Easter festival. The festival of Easter, right here. The prophet Jeremiah.
Okay.
Now we at the one in the middle, y'all, right here in the origin of Easter.
All right. The prophet Jeremiah take notice of this kind of offering when he says, "The children gather wood, the father kindled a fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the queen of heaven.
Mm-hmm.
The hot cross burn, or the hot cross buns are not now offered, but are eaten on the festival of Astar. But this leaves no doubt as to whence they have been derived. The origin of the
Mm-hmm.
that ain't the origin of the pax,
What is that?
right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The origin of the pax eggs is just as clear. The ancient Druze bore an egg as the sacred emblems of their order.
See that? So these eggs, y'all don't even understand where these eggs come from. Because the thing is, Easter eggs, what the heck a rabbit and an egg got to do with each other?
They don't even lay eggs.
No, rabbits don't lay no eggs. They ain't got nothing to do with each other. So why is eggs significant in this Easter festival celebration? We showing you that this Easter has nothing to do with the Most High God, has nothing to do with the Bible, have nothing to do with the children of Israel, the instructions that the children of Israel received from Moses. That's what we showing you. We showing you that these things have nothing to do with each other. They were just placed before you as an option. And us being ignorant chose the option. We chose it
Mhm.
in ignorance. Now that you got the truth, you supposed to be trying to get set free through this. Unless
Mhm.
you just want to stay there. You want to stay there and be ignorant for whatever reason, that's on you. It's on you. All right. But we gonna do what we know to be right if it be the Lord's will with everything in us. We're gonna do what we know to be right. And what we know is right is Passover.
Mhm.
And we getting ready to show you how to deal with Passover. Let's get where this origin of this egg come from on the next page. Matter of fact, go here to
That's what I
Dionysus.
was looking at. All right.
Dionysus, yeah.
Um, and the Dionysus or mysteries of Bacchus, as celebrated in Athens. One part of the nocturnal ceremonies consisted in the consecration of an egg. The Hindu fables celebrate their mundane eggs as of a golden color. The people of Japan make their sacred eggs to have been brazen. In China, at this hour, dyed or painted eggs are used on sacred festivals, even as in this country. In ancient times, eggs were used in the religious rite of the Egyptians and the Greeks, and were hung up for mystic purposes
Mm-hmm.
in their temples. From Egypt, these sacred eggs can be distinctly traced to the banks of the Euphrates. The classic, the classic poet are full of the fables of the mystic eggs of the Babylonians, and
Mm-hmm.
thus its tales is told by Hyginus, the Egyptian, the learned keeper of the Palatine
Mm-hmm.
library at Rome. In that time, or in the time of Augustus, who was skilled in all the wisdom of his native country. An egg of wondrous size is said to have fallen from heaven into the river Euphrates. The fishes rolled it. The fishes rolled it to the banks, where the doves, having settled upon it and hatched it. All
Mm-hmm.
right. Out came Venus.
How came what?
Venus.
a goddess, Venus. Go ahead. So, because a star is even Venus is even a star.
Hmm.
She got all these different names.
Hmm.
The Queen of Heaven.
Hmm. All right.
Mhm.
Venus, who afterwards was called the Syrian goddess, that is a star.
There you go.
Hence, the egg became one of the symbols of a star or Easter,
Mm,
and accordingly,
mm.
in Cyprus, one of the chosen seats of the worship of Venus or a star, the egg of wondrous size was represented on a grand scale.
There you go. So that's the origin of the Easter eggs. The Easter eggs even represent the fertility goddess, a star, or Easter, or Ashtoreth, the same God that Solomon fell to, the same God that Ahab and Jezebel fell to, the same God, goddess,
Mhm.
okay? The same goddess that our people was worshiping on a large scale, making hot cross buns and all of these things and baking cakes while the men was crying. The men was sitting up there weeping for Tammuz
Mm.
because we turned polytheistic. And the majority of us in the Christian church don't even understand that you're a polytheist. You think you're a monotheist, but you're a polytheist.
Mhm.
That's what you are in the Christian church. If you celebrating Christmas, you
Yeah.
celebrating Easter, because those are two different gods that you worshiping on these days. Don't you know gods have celebrations and ceremonies? When you take part in these things, and that's what we getting ready to go. When you take part in these things, you become one that worship
Yep.
these beings. Let's get what God gave us. Let's get what God gave us. Yeah, Leviticus 23:1.
All right. Leviticus 23:1.
I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you can read it here. Leviticus 23:1. Let me boom. Let me get it down here so that way you can read it. Because I know you got them old man eyes now.
Ah, man, I'm good in the Lord spake unto Moses.
Leviticus
All right.
23:1.
All right. Leviticus 23:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
So, holy convocations. Moses gave us from God holy convocations, which means holy gatherings. Let me show you what a convocation is so you understand what this is here. Holy convocations, H4744. Something called out that is a public meeting, an assembly, a calling, a convocation, or a reading. All right. So the Most High gave us days of gathering, days of coming together and having feasts.
Like the Sabbath.
Like the Sabbath, the first one. Here, let's get it. The
I was
first
just
one.
looking at that too.
You got it. Go ahead.
Verse 23.
hmm
Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. A holy
Oh,
convocation.
what?
A holy convocation.
It's a holy convocation. This is the day we supposed to have a gathering or a reading, a church reading, like we doing today, like we doing right now. This is a convocation. All of us who are in one mind, or you might not even be of the same mind as us, but two or more gathered together, you best believe our Lord is in the
Yeah.
midst, and we bringing it. All right, go ahead.
A holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your
So
dwellings.
the seventh day we do nothing. We chilling. We chilling. Now it's things that we have to do, right? It's certain things we ain't all stiff and square to where it's like we can't do nothing. It's things that we have to do. But for the most part, this day like no other. We looking to chill this day. We kicking back. We hanging with people of like mind. We reading scriptures. You know, I ain't got no wine, but if I had some, I'd be drinking
Whistle wet.
it. You know. All right.
Hmm.
The Passover. Let's get it. Leviticus 23:4, because God gave us the Passover. He didn't give us Easter. The Passover is what's supposed to be in Acts the 12th chapter, in the 4th verse, not Easter. So let's find out what the Passover is. Let's get
And
it.
that's how you know it's some bull crap too, because this is law right here.
Yeah,
Why is it Easter here
in the
in the
law.
law, but you
Exactly.
have Passover in the law?
Exactly. Because it's deception.
Exactly.
That's why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. 23 and 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations which ye shall proclaim in their seasons.
Mm-hmm.
In the 14th day of the first month.
In the 14th day of the first month. So listen to the details. In the 14th day of the first month. All right. So now you got to find out the first month, and you got to find out the first day, and you got to find out 14 days after that. Right. And the 14th day of the first month, go ahead.
And the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
At evening is the Lord's Passover. So the 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover. Go ahead.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
7 days ye must eat unleavened bread.
Mm-hmm.
And the first day ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein,
Mm-hmm.
but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord 7 days. And the seventh day is an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work.
Okay, now a lot of people probably saying, "Oh, see, that's the old covenant. That's why Easter there, because that's the old covenant, right? And we ain't got to do that no more because the law done away with through Christ's blood and this that, right? So let's get some understanding to those people who may be saying that. Let's get some true understanding to those people who may be saying that. So let's go to uh 1 Corinthians 5 and 6. Let's start there. And then we're gonna get Hebrews right after that. 1 Corinthians 5 and 6.
Verse 4, 5, 6.
Uh-huh. Because we ain't got to do that stuff no more. That was the old covenant, right? And we got Passover coming. This is why we bringing this like we doing. A lot of our brothers and sisters are in the midst of their Passover. And hey, look, happy Passover to y'all out there. All right? Let's read that.
1 Corinthians 5, verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Uh-huh. A little sin, a little bit of Easter, a little bit of them Easter egg paints, a little, a little bit of them chocolate bunny ears. You know what I'm saying? A little Easter basket, leaven the whole lump. Go ahead.
7. Purge out therefore the old leaven.
Purge out that old mind that you had of Easter and these pagan holidays that was given to you by the nations. Purge these things out. Go ahead.
That ye may be a new lump,
That you may be new. Become new. Go ahead.
as ye are unleavened.
Mm-hmm.
For even Christ our Passover.
For what?
Christ our Passover.
Why is Christ our Passover? Now we're gonna get to that. We're gonna show you. Because that the eighth verse in Leviticus 23 that we read, it said that we need to 7 days we needed to
have a holy come burn food, eat basically.
No, 7 days we needed to present a burnt offering.
Yeah,
right?
burnt offering, yeah.
So excuse me, y'all, my mind just got caught real quick. Well, go ahead.
Okay, Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us. Therefore, let us keep the feast.
Let us what?
Keep the feast.
Let us celebrate Easter.
Keep the feast.
Let us go over somebody Resurrection Sunday house and eat up the greens with the ham hocks in it.
Keep the feast.
No, man. Keep what feast? What feast do we got to keep the Easter feast, man?
The Passover feast.
Easter.
Unleavened bread feast.
Easter and come on, man. The pastor said Easter.
Day of Atonement feast.
Hey, man, he had on the pink lemonade suit, man, with the shoes, man. I got to give him some money.
Hey, Passover feast.
Right now, I'm being funny, but this ain't funny. Read that one more time. Let us what?
Therefore, let us keep the feast.
Let us keep the feast. Go ahead.
Not with old leaven.
Not with old leaven. Not with Easter. Go ahead.
neither with the leaven of malice and
Uh-huh. And let's
wickedness,
not be evil and angry towards one another. Go ahead.
but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
And let's be sincere and truthful, and let's love each other on the Lord's true holy day, which is the Passover. Let's do that. Let's get rid of this Easter crap. God ain't give it to us. Now let's go to Hebrews and find out, right? Let's find out how we celebrating this thing.
Yeah. Hebrews 9, what's that, 11?
Yeah, because we're to keep the commandments. The law stands. The law stands, but the thing that was moved out of the way was us having to do any physical sacrificial work. Right? We don't have to do those things anymore because there was a body given for us. All right, and that body is Christ. Now we understand that, but it's some people who don't understand. Why don't they understand? Because they're being purposely taught not to understand. That's why. Matter of fact, I don't want you to read 11 through 22. I want you to start at 23.
All right.
Hebrews 9 and 23. Let's go there and read 23 through 28.
Verse 23. It was therefore necessary that the patterns of things in the heavens should be purified with these, but the heavenly things themselves with better sacrifices than these. For Christ is not entered into the holy places made with hands, which are the figures of the truth, but into heaven itself, now to appear in the presence of a higher for us, nor yet that he should
That he should what?
offer himself often,
Go ahead.
as the high priest entereth into the holy place every year with blood of others.
With the others. So Christ, listen, he's that sacrifice at this time. So we don't have to go out using these animals to make an atonement for us at Passover during none of these holidays. We don't have to shed any blood of no bulls, no goats, no lambs. We eat lamb, we like it, but a lamb's blood doesn't have to be shed to atone for sin. Go ahead, read that. Keep going.
All right. Blood of others. Okay, verse 26.
Mm-hmm.
For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now, once in the end of the world, have he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself.
See, he put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. Right? See, we don't have to do all of that stuff no more. But we do keep the feast. We still keep the feast. We just don't have to do any of the sacrificial things that came with it. But the feast stands. The holy day stands. All right. All the other stuff we do. But the sacrificial stuff we don't do. All right. That's the understanding of that's how we keep the feast. Hey, if you want to make macaroni and cheese, you want to flip you a burger, whatever you want to do on the holiday, long as it's lawful food that you eat, it's okay. It's okay. You can do that. See, we're not bound to the sacrifices that we were bound to before Christ came and shed his blood. All right, we're not bound to those things anymore. Go ahead, finish that, please.
27.
Thank you.
And as it is appointed unto man once to die, but after this, the judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many.
Right.
And,
So he was once offered to bear the sins of many. Go ahead.
and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation.
Mm-hmm. See that? So that's why we don't have to do those sacrifices. And that's how we actually celebrate the holy day. Right? You find out the true first day of the year, the true first month of the year. You count 14 days from that first day, and that will be your Passover. Okay. Now, are all of us doing this the correct way when it comes to the days and things like that? Listen, it's too many of us doing it on different days to all of it for us to all to be right. So some of us is wrong. Somebody wrong. We're gonna eventually have to come to the table with these things and really get to discussing these things. But for now, if you have a Passover on one day and you invite me to your Passover, I'm coming. Right? And if I have my Passover, I mean, I'll invite you. Do I expect you to come? I don't expect you to come. If you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. I ain't gonna hold no nothing against you. That's how we gotta operate. All right. I think we nearing the end, y'all. Let me see. I think we nearing the end. Yeah, we at this is the end. Let's flee idolatry. Hey, if anybody got anything to bring forth, man, before we go. All right. Well, it looked like he froze up a little bit. All right.
Oh,
Well, we back.
that was me.
No, I don't know if it was you or us,
Oh,
but it's cool. We at the end right now.
yeah, I thought it was
Um,
okay.
okay, so let's get Second Corinthians 10 and 3. We're gonna start at the third verse.
All right. Second Core 10 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the
Yeah, we
flesh.
walk in the flesh, but our weapons of our warfare are what? Not carnal.
Not carnal.
Go ahead.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
The weapons of our warfare is this word right here. This word is the weapons of our warfare. We warring in the spirit right now against Easter. Against Easter. A lot of y'all probably don't understand what it means when we say what I mean when I say we warring in the spirit. Let's do this real quick. You know, we at the end anyway. So let's do this real quick. Let's show them what it mean, what I mean when I say warring in the spirit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Read this for me. 63,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't mind.
John 6:63.
Uh-huh.
It is the spirit that quickeneth.
It's the what?
Spirit that quickeneth.
Remember, we walk in the flesh, but do we what? But we don't war after the flesh.
Exactly.
Right? It's the spirit. It's a spiritual warfare. Go ahead.
It is the spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing.
What is the spirit? Go ahead.
The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life.
So this word is the spirit. We walking in the spirit right now. We warring in the spirit right now. We trying to show y'all, the truth according to, the Most High. So this is a war that we battling right now. He must have froze up real bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, this a war right now. We at war. And I know there's more people out there who gonna follow and believe Easter than it is who's gonna follow and believe truth. We just gave you truth. We gave you history. We gave you Bible. What else do you need? What else do you need? You got it.
Now, I was just thinking about something now that you said that
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be more people that follow
Yeah.
that than this.
Yeah. And that's the truth. It is.
What did Christ say?
Straight is the gate.
You already know
and
I
narrow
was
is
going
the way,
to.
and broad is the
what
way that leads to destruction.
So everybody that's following that Easter is leading themselves straight to destruction.
That's right.
Broad. Broad means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a narrow path.
Yeah.
Man, after I read that changed my life off real. Like, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying earlier too, a lot of people emotionally attached. They put their emotions over the word.
Yeah.
Like, traditions, my mom, my dad, da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to be like, forget what they taught you and build on. Like he was saying earlier too, you give your child something so they can be better at it. Sometimes you got to be better at what they gave you.
Mm-hmm.
Take what they used as the foundation and build off of it.
Yeah.
Narrow is the path.
Yeah, man. Straight is the gate, and narrow is the way, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, y'all. There's gonna be plenty of people out there that follow after Easter, even after all this wealth and truth, all this stuff that they received today, all this good information, all this righteous information. You probably, with this right here that we gave you, you can go into the scriptures and destroy Easter on your own now. You can go in there and tear it down just with the books we gave you. You could
Yeah, come
show
on.
that the God, you could show that the goddess that Solomon fell to was Easter.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much more scriptures that we could have went into. We could have went into Jeremiah.
Yeah.
We could have showed you scriptures in Jeremiah as well.
Heaven, Queen of Heaven
Queen of
stuff.
Heaven, yeah.
Yeah.
We could have showed you all of that. But hey, this is where we at. Why? Now, why did we go there to teach you, to bring all of these things to you? Let's get that fourth verse.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, to the pulling downs of strongholds.
To the what?
Pulling downs of strongholds.
Because Easter is a stronghold. Easter is a stronghold. A lot of our people are strongly hooked to Easter through their emotions, like we explained earlier. Easter is a stronghold. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Casting down imagination.
And it's an imagination. Everybody thinks that this belongs to God. This holiday belongs to God. Everybody thinks that this Resurrection Sunday belongs to God. God ain't create no Resurrection Sunday. He didn't create no Easter. He said keep the Passover. That's his holy feast. It's simple. It's simple. Either you're going to be obedient or you're not. Go ahead.
Casting down imagination and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
Because Easter tried to exalt herself above the knowledge of the Most High by having one of her minions place her in the Bible, in the book of Acts. She tried to exalt herself over the Most High, but she just got slapped in the face today through the word of God. Go ahead.
All right. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
To the what?
Obedience of Christ.
And bringing every thought to the obedience of Christ. You thought Easter was right, didn't you? Yeah. And then, you got people who laugh at you. You got people who laugh at you when you tell them, no, I'm about to break this down. They be laughing like, you can't do that. You don't think so?
Man.
You don't think I can? I can because I'm justified by the word. You got it. What you got?
I done switched it because the next verse.
I wanted you to go to the next verse.
Okay, let me go back.
Where it says, go ahead. The next verse. I wanted you to read that.
And having an all readiness to revenge all disobedient when your obedience is fulfilled.
And our obedience is being fulfilled. Why? Because we keep the Sabbath day. We remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. And guess what else we do? We keep the Passover. So our obedience is fulfilled. So we're avenging these lies. All these lies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey man, one more. Let's get out of here with this. Let's get out of here with this because we began this presentation with Exodus, the 20th chapter, the 3rd through the 6th verse, I believe. And though that chapter there, or those verses there, was teaching us to stay away from idolatry and how it makes the Most High jealous. So let's go here to 1 Corinthians 10 and 14. Let's end our presentation with this.
1 Corinthians 10:14. Wherefore, my dearly beloved, flee from idolatry. I speak as to wise man. Judge ye what I say. The cup of blessings which we bless, is it not the communion of the blood of Christ? The bread which we break, is it not the communion of the body of Christ?
Mm-hmm.
For we being many are one bread.
We being many are one people. We one people, y'all. And we supposed to be serving our God as one body. That's what we supposed to be doing. If not, we make them jealous. Go ahead.
For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of that one bread.
Mm-hmm. We are partakers of this one flesh. We was the same people in this one blood covenant. We are partakers of that. It was our forefathers at Sinai. It was our forefathers that said, give us Barabbas.
Mm-hmm.
That was our forefathers saying, give us Barabbas. Let his blood be on us. See, they didn't understand how spiritual they was talking at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Let his blood be upon us. Because that's how a covenant is.
Yeah.
That blood had to be placed on the people and the altar. And that was the next covenant. They didn't even understand that they was sacrificing Christ. And he
Yep.
even took that sin with him.
Hmm.
He even took that sin. The people that was saying, give us Barabbas. He even took the sin of them.
Hmm.
See? Go ahead.
For we being many are one bread and one body, for we are all partakers of one bread. Behold, Israel after the flesh are not they which eat of the sacrifice partaketh of the altar.
So after the flesh, Israel, hold on. After the flesh, we talking to Israel. Are not you that eat of the altar also partakers? Are you not? So you sitting over here, you burning this ham for Easter. You burning this ham for Easter. You hooking them ham hocks up inside your greens for Easter. You got the macaroni and cheese. You got the yams. You got everything out there. You doing all of this for Easter. Are you not a partaker of the worship of the God of Easter?
Mm.
That's what Paul is asking.
You cooking it, you dealing with it, you are.
You in the spirit of it.
That's like a couple of years ago when dude was like, "Man, hey, we gotta eat.
Yeah, you
I
remember
don't
that?
celebrate, we gotta eat though."
Yeah.
Well, are you partakers in it,
Yeah.
regardless of how you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what is it? Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
What say I then? That the idols is anything,
Mm-hmm.
or that which is offered is sacrificed to idols is anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
Read that one more time.
But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils.
The things that the Gentiles, the other nations, the other races of people outside of us, the people that look like me, my Israelite people, my brothers, my sisters, outside of us are Gentiles. In their holidays, in their sacrifices, they sacrifice to devils, to liars, deceivers. This is who they sacrifice it to. That's why, remember, remember earlier we said that you need the truth to hold up a lie. That's why they wanted to place Easter in the book of Acts. They wanted to put that lie within the truth so to have a leg to stand on. But we just chopped it off at the ankles. Ain't no more standing. Where you at now?
Uh-huh. But I say the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils and not to the Most High.
And not to God. Go ahead.
And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils.
And you shouldn't have fellowship with devils. Come out from amongst them. Go ahead.
Ye cannot drink the cups of the Lord and the cup of devils.
You can't deal with the Most High and then go over there and deal with them in their Easter celebrations. Either you down with the Most High or you not. Go ahead.
Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the table of devils.
Mm-hmm.
Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than he?
Nah, that's the thing. Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy? See, Paul letting you know what it is right there. Just how we begin, that's how we end. Do we provoke the Most High to jealousy dealing with this Easter? We just told you, we just showed you and told you what it was. So do we provoke the Most High to jealousy? That's the question. All right. So with that being said, that's it right there. That's all we got. I pray that the Most High, resonate this on whoever want to get down with it or whoever's listening to it. I pray some people get delivered from the spirit of idolatry through this. Delivered from the spirit of idolatry. And I pray that, the Most High begins to have them research everything that they're worshiping, that they dealing with. So And that's that for me, y'all.
I'm gonna get this one scripture. Just bring this one out one more time, just so they can understand. Because a lot of people be like, okay, then if Easter isn't today, why is it there then? Okay, so let me get this. This is Jeremiah 8:8. It say, how do we say, ye are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. Basically saying the people that got these records will embed certain stuff in this book and indoctrinate or confuse people or mislead people. They put certain stuff that ain't supposed to be there. That's why the pen of the scribes was in vain. So that's why you see Easter there.
And two, that's why we got to study to show ourselves approved,
Mm-hmm.
right? Beyond the face thing, the things that we can see and take at face value.
Mm-hmm.
We got to study to show ourselves approved beyond that, because everything that's looking at you straight in the face don't mean is that's what it is. You know what
Man,
I'm saying?
man. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, man. Any that is that all? Is that all from the brothers?
Yeah, that's all.
That's
Yeah,
it.
just to recap, when you're talking about Easter, one thing about it is solidify. Well, it helps solidify the lie that the day of the Lord is on Sunday, because now they call it Resurrection Sunday in an attempt to try to get away from what the common person to debunk it. To call it like us telling the people that it's a day of pagan worship. So now in the church they'll call it Resurrection Sunday. So what it do is it gives them validity to Sunday being a day of worship, even though we know it's not. But they put that in the minds of the people who don't know, you know, and understanding that Astra or Star, say like you said, is the God, is actually the God of love and goddess of love and war. And so when you look it up, you say, well, what do the rabbits got to do with Christ? You know what I'm saying? If Easter is supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
walking around Christ, well, understanding that she's the goddess of fertility, you know what I'm saying? And when you look up what is the most fertile mammal among the animal kingdom, and it's rabbits. So
Mm-hmm.
we know that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff can be tied back. And I know we read about Solomon and debunking the myth of, well, he had multiple wives. That's what caused him to err from the Most High. And like you said, you pointed it out and brought him to the scriptures that no, it was the wives that he chose and what he did concerning those wives. And to furthermore back that up, did we go to before I got on? Did you go to 2 Kings 23 and 13? Hello, I mean, can you hear me?
Yeah. Bounced out.
Yeah, hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did y'all go to 2 Kings 23 and 13 before I log on?
2 Kings 23 and 13.
Uh-uh.
We got that 2 Kings
Oh,
23.
he was asking. Oh, I thought he said, did we? My bad.
2 Kings 23 and 13.
Yeah,
All right. Second
Pull it up right here
Kings.
for you.
All right.
2 Kings 23 and 13.
Kings 23,
All right.
13.
All right.
yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Amos, the
Yeah.
abomination of the Moabites, and for the Milcoms, the abomination of the children of Ammon, did the kings defile. I think we just read that.
Yeah, you did. Um,
No, that was it.
yeah. So you're right. The high places, which that were at were before Jerusalem, which were on the right hand of the mount of corruption, which Solomon, the king of Israel, have builded for Ashtoreth, the abomination of the Zidonians. So we clearly see where we know that Ashtoreth is who you celebrating when you celebrating Easter, and we see where it shows that Solomon, that was one of the altars or the high places that he built even before Jerusalem. That should not have been there. So those were the type of things that Solomon was considered to be evil for doing. You know,
Yeah,
which is a direct link to Easter.
yeah. Direct link. And see, this is what I was hoping to prove to the people. And I want the people to understand, listen, ain't nobody out here got no beef with y'all. This ain't about having no beef. And this ain't about going back and forth with the word or battling, none of that. Although this is a spiritual war, and we just established that, you know. But the thing is, it's just the truth. It's the truth. Easter is Ashtoreth. You worshiping a fallen deity, a fallen deity, you know, a Canaanite god. So, hey, that's what you're dealing with. The same God the same God that got the nation of Israel rent in two. That's the God you worship. You know, so and we still fall into the same gods, bro.
I was just about to say that.
You know,
Still renting us.
still fall into the same gods.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
So say, I don't know what the kids must be throwing something. I'm gonna go out there and beat one of them.
Man, they better hope one of them don't hit.
All right, now. So I guess if that's it for y'all, that's it for me. All praise to the Most High, and we'll catch y'all on the other end. Hey, let's get on off the stage, man, and let's let this music bump. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to play. One code, same.
Chilling on the porch where the stories unfold. Strilling on the porch where the stories unfold. Street light buzzing like it's trying to be told. Bible in my lap with the block in my view. Reading no curses feel like deja vu. Mama still stressing rent due again. Same cycle spinning like it never gon' end. I'm like, hold up. Why this sound like us? Why every line feel like it's naming my block? Signs I ain't understand yet. Now it's clear. Every line hit different when you standing right here. From the page to the pavement, it all connect. I was reading about the people. I ain't know it was us yet. Signs I ain't understand yet. Now I see why the struggle run deep in the family tree. From the curse to the cry to the scattered steps. I was living every word I ain't understand yet. Reading High Nation turn their back on the source, so the blessings reverse. Now we feeling that force, serving strangers in the land that we didn't choose. Working harder than ever, but we still lose. Language is foreign, culture stripped from the bone. Even names got replaced, now we calling it home. They said we be a sign like a mark in the earth. Everywhere that we scatter, same pain, same hurt. Even enemies linking just to keep us divided. Silent agreements while the truth get quieted. I'm on the porch like, nah, it's too exact. Every verse hit the hood like it's giving it back. Signs I ain't understand yet. Now it's clear. Every line hit different when you standing right here. From the page to the pavement, it all connect. I was reading about the people. I ain't know it was us, yeah. Signs I ain't understand, yeah. Now I see why the struggle run deep in the family tree. From the curse to the cry that scattered steps. I was living every word I ain't understand, yeah. Reading how the sin get engraved in their heart.
Yeah. Trials come, but we don't fold. Faith strong, spirit locked in. Endure to the end, that's the mission. Look. Yeah. Keep on moving. Trials come, but we don't fold. Yeah. Keep on moving. Yeah. Came up from the trenches, had to learn the truth. Now my soul rich. I ain't talking about no loot. They hate the light, so they throwing shade too. But I'm walking with the book, you can tell by the fruit. I done seen the wicked rise, but they fall quick. Built my house on the rock, I don't slip. Keep commandments, that's the code that I live. Ain't no U-turns. I ain't going where I've been. They say endurance hard, but the kingdom worth the pain. I seen brothers break, so they birthright for some change. Esau plotting, but Yeshaya broke the chains. I ain't worried about no pressure, I got oil in my flame.
Keep on moving, don't stop. Gotta keep on moving. Trials come and go.
But the righteous still rising like the water when it flow.
They wanna see me fall, but the spirit keep me strong. I endure to the end.
Yeah, I'm right where I belong. Yeah, never moving shaky. I was built to go the distance. Faith like a lion, all praise to the witness. Fasting on these demons, they can't touch me with the mischief. They see the chosen rising, now they trying to play the victim. No compromise. I ain't bowing to the beast. I'd rather face the fire than be serving at their feast. Bloodline royal, we the priests in the east. 144 strong, we gon' war for the peace. Bible in my hand, it's the sword that I wield. If I take a loss, that's just more for the build. Spirit too heavy, so they feel it when it's real. Prophecy unfolding, every word getting sealed. Pressure make diamonds, so I shine when it's dark. They threw stones at the prophets, but we still left a mark. I see the snakes in the grass, I just move like a spark. Set fire to the lies, let the truth leave a scar. Look, Babylon crumbling, the trumpets getting blown. Signs in the heavens, we ain't got too long. Keep my hands clean, heart pure, spirit strong. Keep my feet on this path, I ain't stepping out my zone. Ain't no fear in my soul, I done read how it ends. Serpent get crushed, righteous reign once again. Crown laid up, so I'm pushing through the wind. This for all the lost tribes, yeah, we back home again.
Gotta keep on moving, trials come and go.
But the righteous still rising like the water when it flow.
They wanna see me fall, but the spirit keep me strong. I endure to the end.
I'm right where I belong. Yeah. No matter what come our way, we keep going. Endure. Stay strong and shy.
Keep on moving, don't stop.
Ain't no quitting us.